Preparing to do a crawl space inspection here today. First thing I did before I came in was just to take a look around, identify any possible hazards underneath the crawl space, whether it would be environmentally, mold, things like that, where I might need to take extra protection, or possibly anything else like that. So take a good look around. Nothing seems to be an issue, and we'll kind of start the process here, kind of working around to the right. See here, we got a sewer line that's coming from the bathroom area in the house there down to and around. It's got a coupler there. Looks like they probably had to clean it out at one time. Comes around, goes down, and goes out through the bottom of the footer there. So everything looks good there. You notice here the insulation is vapor barriers down. That is incorrect. The vapor barrier should be turned up so that you don't trap moisture, and ultimately that's going to cause problems with the if there's any moisture under here, it's going to gather weight and then it's going to fall. One of the main things we do when we get under here is verify that there is adequate footings underneath these center piers. As you can see here, we got a pier down here in front of us. Looks like relatively wide. Take the screwdriver, get back a little bit. Seems adequately deep, so we'll always make sure we got good footers under here. Also, I noticed when I came up here, we got a junction box here with some wires in it that aren't properly terminated. So we'll write that up on the report. You see there, it's a beam pocket. You want to check that out, make sure everything looks good there. So we'll start working our way around the foundation here. Taking a look at the walls, the perimeter, the footer. Make sure there's no water issues. I see a bucket here with a pipe coming down. It's got some moisture on it. It's probably a good indication we've got a problem. Most likely that's the water heater. See, it's dripping. So probably the temperature pressure relief valve is bad on that unit. See, we got some water down the bucket there, so it's going to need repaired. The plumbing lines have been insulated here with some foam insulation. So it's pretty wide open in here. There's a few stored items. Kind of want to look at the wood, make sure there's no major issues. Looks like there's a little bit of surface dirt on those. Nothing of any major consequence. One thing we can do is check the moisture content of the wood if you feel like you do have a problem with moisture. That way they can make sure there's no issues there. One of the things you want to do is get over next to the thing. You want to see if you can feel any of the anchor bolts. They may be on the outside here, may not be able to get a hold of any right off the bat. Like to make sure that the sill plate is bolted to the foundation. See, we got a vent there. These are manual vents. You should open and close them in the different temperature zones. Step in the footer there, you see. So we'll keep crawling, kind of looking around. Right on in, just got to what we got going on here. Take a look. No major issues. Cracks in the floor joist, anything that's structurally deficient. And we got a little low clearance here. Climb on through. Once again, just follow the perimeter of the. Whoops. Lost our light. See these holes just drilled along the edge of the foundation? That's where they've done termite treatment. So that's just something as a reference to note. kind of look around. No obvious signs of any termite problems. You take something and tap on the. Actually, I see a little bit of a. Okay, see right here, this is where they've been. So there is a little bit of activity where the termites was in here. See, here's some, that's the mud tubes. Doesn't look to be anything major, must have caught them early. Hence the reason for the holes drilled there. So we'll continue on around the foundation here. Bunch of cable lines here. More termite treatment. We'll come on down to here. So here's where the water service enters the house. Got a pressure reducing valve. Got a shut-off valve right there. Thing looks good. Continue on around the process here. Vapor barrier is very critical. Also, you see here we got a old water line that's terminated there. There's a little bit of effervescence. That's where the salts and the minerals and the blocks weep through with some water. So apparently it had some water there at one time. That's where it, as it comes through the block, it crystallizes. So that's a little bit of things there. Some stored items. Once again, checking beam pockets, checking the cracks in the foundation. The wire there going in that direction. Looks like it's just probably a piece of the wire. It doesn't terminate anywhere in here. Scrap piece. And like I say, we come on around. And that's pretty much it. So, like I say, not too bad for, got a little bit of issues, got a note to termite things back there. It's a pretty typical crawl space here in West Virginia.